So we are in the Southern Rhône with the Grand Vigne from Cave de Vignerons de Estizargues, is how I think it's pronounced. So it's basically a Rhône white, which is traditionally a blend of, well, not necessarily a blend, but it's most of the grapes you would normally see there. Viognier, Grenache, Blanc, Clairette, and one I actually think is probably the first time I've had a wine with this in it, Bourboulenc. So just a tiny amount. Basically, yeah, Rhône blend, 13.5%, so a little bit on the higher side. As you might imagine, it's a little bit more on the traditional side as well. It's funny how it's not always the case, but definitely with the labels, traditional label, normally traditional tasting. So it is a 2021, but it's funny because the coloring is actually like a little bit darker. It's not funny, but it's more of like a straw, and it's super aromatic, which probably is coming from the Viognier. Viognier, it's pretty typical to see that. Other things it's pretty typical to see with Viognier is a little bit like a nice waxiness to it. So we'll see if we get that on the palate. I believe Viognier is what is the largest portion of the blend. So on the nose, it is very almost like salty on the top, like a honeyed salty wave of some sort of chamomile tea, maybe. Those are like the lighter notes I get. When you go down to the bottom, it's more like melony, like honeydew more than cantaloupe, like yellow, like the kind of like sweet yellow apples. And even more than that, actually, pear. Pear is actually probably the biggest one that I get. A nice ripe juicy pear like you would get. I don't know why everyone sends those at Christmas, but I swear to God, I normally get like 1 to 2 boxes that have pears in them, and I'm not complaining because they are delicious. But it's just such a funny thing. Yeah, that is a lot of lovely pear. So let's try it. Confirmed on the lovely waxiness. You want that in this. It's not too much. Some of them can be really almost like cloying. This is like lovely. It like kind of pairs with some of the like pear and melon notes that has like a little bit of that honeyness to really keep a long, lovely finish. Yeah, this one is definitely a price performer now that I'm like, I've had it before, but thinking through like the pricing on it, like, wow, they did a really great job on this, and there's a lot going on for it being kind of like a table wine Southern Rhône white blend. That saltiness is also on there still, and that's just makes it really nice for food. I basically just want to have like all the buttery, cheesy French food with this. Like I like the idea of having like a Beurre Blanc sauce with this, or hollandaise, or like what's the chicken Kiev, the thing that's like chicken stuffed with something that has like cheesy stuff in it. All the French food, especially like what this makes sense because Southern Rhône, like Lyonnaise, like super buttery, just like not good for you, but absolutely delicious food. So yeah, it's great by itself as well, but definitely recommend. It's a white that's perfect for food and it's super inexpensive, so great for, you know, dinner parties, stuff like that. So hope you enjoy.